Roland Koppel from Johannesburg is asking, please tell us a little bit more about your relationship with Putin, with President Putin.
How many hours do we have?
We actually have 7 minutes left. 8 minutes left.
So it's very hard to, in a nutshell, to say the relationship, but I don't think it's about me. I think it's about the Jewish community, the Jews. I'm sure many of you heard the story of, which I heard from him actually when he was still prime minister. He told me the story of how, as a young child, he grew up in a communal apartment. In the Soviet Union, they used to take these big apartments, divide them into 5, and 5 families to move into an apartment, share the same kitchen, the same restroom, and they all lived in one room. So he lived in such an apartment. It was a very poor family, and next door to him was this Hasidic family who practically adopted him because his parents were very poor. They used to work till very late at night. Each one had 2 jobs. So they used to feed him every day, help him with his homework, take him to stores for when they went out shopping. And he remembers the Friday night at the table. He remembers eating gefilte fish. He remembers this father sitting, like he says, taking this cover over his head and praying for a few hours under this big cover. And then sitting down at the Shabbat table. And after finishing the meal, taking out a Talmud and sitting there for hours and learning. He said he never saw love as much as he saw in this family. Husband and wife caring for each other. He said there was an example of like purity in this family that he never saw again. And nobody then knew that this young child is going to become the president of Russia. But before that, when he was vice mayor in St. Petersburg, he heard that the Minister of Education doesn't want to give permission to open a Jewish school. We were trying to open a Jewish school, and the mayor wasn't giving permission. The Minister of Education, sorry. So he asked to bring in the papers, and he called the Minister of Education, and he asked him, why don't you give him permission? He said, listen, I'm Jewish. If I'm going to give permission for the Jews to open the Jewish school, they're going to say, because you're Jewish, that's why you're giving permission for the Jews to open the school. So I took the papers, the Prime Minister Putin tells me at that time, and I signed the papers for a Jewish school to open up. That was the way I paid back this Jewish family for what they did for me. So no question that it started already then. You think, no, you never know who you're going to help. David Mesinter, as a young boy, helped a young kid that came to yeshiva. He didn't think one day we're going to be on Zoom from South Africa to Russia. And this family helped this young kid risking their life to, as Jews, to celebrate their Jewishness and show it to their neighbor. They were risking their life because if this kid would tell his parents and his parents would be KGB agent, it would be over. But actually they did it, and that's the effect that it had. That till today, I don't think he has, anything unique towards the Jews, but surely he has no anti-Semitic feelings the other way around. He respects what the Jews stand for. He has helped Israel incredibly. One day, if Bibi will write his biography and he's going to tell the real story of the help that he received from Russia in these last years is unbelievable. Stories that have never been told. People are all looking for the bad side of the story. What Israel has received from Russia, I would say, is unprecedented, surely. But it's about also the Jewish community. As I've said before, he was proud enough and strong enough to come out to a synagogue, which was something that never happened in history. That a president of Russia, Soviet Union, should come to a Jewish event was unheard of. People were standing and crying. You see the video of people their tears coming down. It was like a dream come true.